little early on miscommunication there from the middle for Orlando Squeeze. It looks like they have Vivian David starting on the left with Paris Todd on the right. Oh, nice hands from Georgia, keeping it short and simple. Again, a little bit of, I think Orlando Squeeze was thinking that ball might sail long. Good lead from Orlando Squeeze. Good point again. These ladies are off to a great start with these points. Good firefight. Nice leave again from Orlando Squeeze. We are now tied up at 2-2. Paris Todd to serve. 2-2. Paris got what she wanted. Just pulled down on it a little too quickly.
3-2.
Nice dinking point. It looks like Orlando Squeeze is utilizing dinks to the middle and to the left side. Oh. Vivian David's not going to miss too many of those. All right, and with me is Roscoe Bellamy. Welcome.
Thank you. Thanks for having me. Didn't want to let you be alone out here, you know?
I know.
It gets lonely.
It does get a little lonely. I was going to start asking myself questions and answering them.
I got you. I got you.
Nice setup there from Paris Todd with Vivian David finishing with the high backhand down at the feet of Tyra Black. It's been a good match so far.
Awesome, awesome. I'm a big Squeeze fan.
Yeah.
After the last week.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You played for them.
Yeah.
How was that?
It was great.
Stepped in?
Honestly, like the ownership group, Amin, Paris, like everyone's so awesome on that team. So I've gotten close to those guys for sure. And then Tyson and Fed, who
they were feeling under the weather.
Yeah, I've already known those guys pretty well, and they're just super good to me. So.
Nice point from Orlando Squeeze. Roscoe, I was saying earlier that it looks like Orlando is really utilizing the middle dink and then the dink to Tyra's backhand to kind of open up the point. And has really gotten them the last, I would say, 4 or 5 points.
And so both Paris and Viv are usually right side players,
yes.
if I'm correct.
Yes.
So it's interesting to see Viv on the left here.
Yeah, I think they're mixing it up. I know the last few times they've played, they had Paris on the left, Vivian on the right. And maybe this team has played against Dallas Flash before.
Yeah.
And they're deciding to give them a different look, change things up, see if something, you know, changed up a little bit of a matchup kind of line up, see if that works.
Yeah, and you're right. I saw a few middle dinks there. Could be the play for him.
A little bit more knee bend there from Georgia on that drive. Got to get a little lower. Nice combo there from Vivian David. Vivian is one of the few female players I know that really combos very well. Like, she hits her spots and she doesn't actually try to end the point on the first one. She's looking to combo off the second or third.
Yeah, I think that's such a huge thing, especially in this new age of pickleball, right, where, you know, people can counter so well.
You really have to combo. You're not trying to end it.
Yeah, it's a 2 or 3 shot finish almost. Wow, Paris.
Yeah, she was ready for that.
Yeah, maybe not the best pull there from Tyra.
Yeah, it was kind of like yellowish, so that's always a tricky spot to know whether to pull that or not. Nice 1-2 there from Paris Todd. Really keeping that backhand counter short and simple.
Yeah. It's crazy to me how low Viv stays, especially when she's moving forward. Myself being a taller guy, it's definitely hard to stay low, and you know, or at least I try to do it, but it's never easy.
Yes, but you're so tall that you can probably touch the net.
I wish.
From the
That would be a cheat code.
Oh. Vivian David came to play.
Yeah, Vivian really did. She moved so well.
Yeah, she read it. She read the play. But she had let a couple of those go earlier. So I think she's still trying to adjust to which ones are staying in and which ones are going out. Ooh. That's a really good angle from Georgia Johnson.
Yeah, you can hear Julie Johnson on the bench. The Flash, a super supportive team. I mean, after every shot, it was, oh, good point.
Yeah.
Just very different than
from
what you
us
see
pros
here. Yeah.
Yeah. Great hands battle from all 4 ladies on the court.
Yeah.
That ties it up. We are at 11-11. Dallas Flash to serve against Orlando Squeeze.
I really do envy how low Vivian David can
Yes.
stay. I mean, it's fun to watch, and she just looks so engaged out there. high pop up there from Tyra.
Yeah, and we've got the... All right, we are back here, MLP Kansas City. Women's doubles with Orlando Squeeze leading 13-11 against Dallas Flash. That is a big poach from Vivian David. Probably one of her best shots is that poach. She's always looking for it, especially off of her partner's good third.
It's like a Superman shot.
All right, Dallas Flash looking to keep it closer. They don't want to have too much of a point gap, especially with rally scoring. Playing to 25, win on your serve. Ooh. Vivian got a little too excited on that forehand, but it was a great play by all four ladies. Little off pace from Paris Todd there.
Yeah.
I think it kind of confused Georgia. I think she was expecting it to be a little bit harder.
It's like the chess match of pickleball. You can always throw in, you know, different speeds, different spins. Especially at the high level, I feel like we're seeing that more and more.
It is live chess, you know?
Yeah.
We're just, you know, our own little chess pieces moving around.
100%.
Trying to counteract what we think our opponents are going to do or not do.
It could, you know, that could be good cross training actually. Doing, you know, chess.
I watch chess.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Okay, I don't even know how to play chess. It might explain some things in my pickleball game, but I think I'm gonna work on that.
No, I love watching chess matches on YouTube. Nice point from the Orlando Squeeze women.
One thing I love about Paris on that right side is how comfortable she is with her backhand in the middle. I think she prefers it on drops. She prefers it on attacks and speed ups, and then, of course, the counter. There we see her drive on the backhand.
Dink going a little wide for Vivian David. Dallas Flash now within 2 points away from Orlando Squeeze. Tyra Black serving 15-17.
Great shot there from Viv. And so Viv was, she sat out the last event in Salt Lake City. Milan Rain took her spot. So it looks like she's back here in action. So good to see her. And doesn't look like she's missed a beat. She's moving like crazy today.
Nice point again. All right, we're out of the timeout. That was a good timeout for Dallas Flash, getting the point there. They definitely need that. Want to try to close this gap. That is a nice reach in there from Tyra Black.
Yeah, really solid there from Tyra.
One of the few women that also has a really good one-hand backhand reach.
Mm-hmm.
Gives her a little extra lean in.
Yeah, we were talking about that yesterday on the stream. We were watching Catherine Parento, and she was taking balls at her knees, rolling them, flicking them down the line for a winner. And especially on the women's side, I feel like you see a lot of times because their hands are so good, they sit back and speed up more.
Right.
But, you know, a lot of these ladies are adding that one-handed flick to their game. I know I've seen you do it lately. Anna Bright's been adding that to her game. And it's really changing the scope of what some of these players are able to do.
Oh, that was a nice poach from Paris Todd. She snuck in there, caught Georgia Johnson off guard. Yeah, I think, you know, the more variety of shots you have, you know, the better you will be overall in the long term, because it's just, you have more options.
Yeah.
The 1-2 from Tyra Black. Tyra's probably one of the most efficient players when it comes to a high forehand.
Yeah.
That ball rarely comes back. If she gets it high enough, she's very good at putting it down and away. Oh, what a point! Good hands battle from all four ladies. But it ends in the favor of Orlando Squeeze, and they are now serving at 23-18.
23-18.
Oh, just not what you want.
Fortunate, right, yeah. At 23, you don't want to be missing serves or returns. Now they have a game point.
I think a little miscommunication there from Paris and Vivian on one of those resets. Just, I think, emphasizing your strategy before going into a point like your match point where you have the freeze is so important. Wow.
Oh, nice 1-2 from Tyra Black.
And you talked about that earlier, Jesse, how Tyra's using the combo, or sorry, Vivian using the combos, but there we see Tyra not trying to hit a winner on the first shot, but really using it as a setup and then finishing with the second.
Yeah, and the reason she was able to execute it is she kept both of the swings very short and simple. So she was ahead. She didn't take too big of a swing. She wasn't concerned about power. She was more concerned about placement. All right, and we have Dallas Flash getting a few points here, trying to go on a little run to tie this up. They're now serving at 22-24. Oh, and Georgia Johnson just misses that a little wide. Great hands again from Vivian David. All right, another game point here. Nice ball from Tyra down at the feet of Vivian David. Couldn't quite pick that up. In rally scoring, this is where it matters. You want to, you know, make balls. Don't give away any loose errors or points. Nice ball there. Yeah, they've really, Orlando Squeeze has really been doing a good job of sticking to their game plan of dinking middle and then dinking to Tyra's backhand. They've been using that the whole game, executing it pretty well. And there it is. We've got the first game going to Orlando Squeeze, 25. Oggy to serve.
Speaking of people who did well yesterday, Utah played very, very well.
Yeah.
They got their second regulation win. They almost beat the Hustlers. I thought that was funny because they are from or a lot of those guys are from Salt Lake, so they're used to that climate, but
Yes.
they, they're doing really well here.
Yeah.
Right off the bat.
Nice pull there, right down the middle.
Looks like they're targeting the backhand of Oggy a little more. I think that will be a theme here in this match.
Oh, nice point from all four players. Seeing Dulce Flash being aggressive on that point. You have Oggy Guh, the lefty, on the court. We don't have too many lefties on tour.
No.
So I do think they have that advantage.
For sure. I mean, even in tennis, same type of thing. Lefties, different spins.
Oh. Oggy got what he wanted. I think he just needed to get a little bit lower. It looked like his stance was almost too tall. He didn't quite get under the ball enough.
Yeah, he set it up perfectly.
Good lead from Oggy.
A theme I'm kind of recognizing, especially in 2024 pickleball, a lot more people speeding up on that fourth ball, right? If the third floats a little bit.
Oh, nice. Good call from Tyson McGuffin there, calling up Federico not to hit that ball. But that was a good little get from JW. Kind of got behind Oggy.
Wow.
Nice combo from Federico. Yeah, I think players are being more aggressive on that fourth because, especially now with all the new technology with the paddles, it allows you to create so much spin that they can be more aggressive off of the bounce on force and a lot of other shots.
Yeah, also attacking players when they're in transition, I think just gives you a little bit of that edge, right? And especially, like you said, with the new paddle technology, let's say they attack you on that fifth shot when they're in the transition, you know, you're sitting right there with the ball above the net that you can.
Oh, nice little block punch from Tyson McGuffin there. Getting that ball behind Oggy. But now we have Orlando Squeeze leading 7-4.
Tyson's one of those players I've really seen his doubles game develop this year, making the podium a lot, especially with so many good players coming in. He's still, you know, him and Deckel have had a lot of success. He's doing well in mix, so just so consistent out there. He's kind of adopted that right side too.
Yes. Nice pull there from Federico. Unlucky there for Dallas Flash off the net cord, but that now gives Orlando Squeeze a 10-5 lead. Yes, I noticed that they are really forcing the ball towards Augie's backhand to try to open up that middle.
I think Orlando might be one of the most underrated teams out there. Obviously, they had a few people missing in this last event, but I mean, Dallas is, what, 1 or 2 in the standings right now? Maybe 3?
Right.
And Orlando's team looks just as good.
Oh. There's a good chance the sun might have been a factor there.
Yeah.
Might have lost it.
Looking at Amin, the Orlando GM right now, telling him to put me in after Fed missed that one. I know he's thinking that.
All right, we got another point here for Dallas Flash, trying to keep it close. They don't want this gap to get too big. Looking to try to tie it back up. Miss dink there from JW. Yeah, when I look at these two teams, these are probably two of the teams that I look at, and when I think of all of the events that they have to play, when it comes to women's doubles, men's doubles, and singles, mixed and singles, I feel like across the board they probably have
Wow.
Nice.
J-Dub nonchalant.
And I think, honestly, I think that's something that JW is perfectly comfortable with. He has some of the fastest hands in the game, and I think he has no problem with his partner speeding up balls and him responding to that. So maybe on that timeout, they went to Augie and said, hey, if you feel like pulling, go ahead and pull. JW is ready for it.
Yeah. JW covers middle there with the forehand. Tyson going right at J-Dub.
Yeah.
Very rare play by a lot of pros because J-Dub has such fast hands.
Yes.
But Tyson very comfortable on the right there.
Yeah, so basically what I've noticed is after that kind of side switch and timeout, Augie has become far more aggressive.
Yeah.
Looking to attack more.
On that side out, we heard a couple Augie chants in the crowd too. Very smooth with the ladies. Augie, gah.
Wow. Oh, nice point there from Dallas Flash. There was a little bit of miscommunication in the middle there from Orlando Squeeze, but Dallas finished it off with an Ernie from Augie. That was a nice little poach there from JW. You don't see it often. He usually kind of stays, you know, kind of on his half, but that was a good move from him. I don't think the players were expecting it.
Augie's just picking apart Federico in front of him. You see the flash bench.
Yeah.
Very, very impressed. I think Augie was the target early on here, but who knows? Maybe that will change.
Orlando Squeeze did a really good job there of dinking to the outside, not high enough for either player to Ernie, but to get them out of the middle and then hitting that dink towards the middle, causing JW to miss. Oh, Augie going for another Ernie.
Yeah, it looks like he let that ball drop a little bit too much, so the Ernie he had to hit up and right into the net. Could have taken that a little earlier.
All right, this is a 1-point game now. Dallas Flash serving 15-16 against Orlando Squeeze. Nice overhead from Federico. Did a really good job of making sure he got both feet on the ground and reestablished off of that overhead, because so many times, especially from tennis players, you kind of push back and you don't reestablish your second foot and then you get called on the kitchen fault.
Well, for sure. I've seen it many times, you know, for myself. So, shout out Doug Ellen, famous for the foot fault. He's very, very good at that. Really good point from all four players. I was mesmerized in that point because all four players did a really good job of moving the dink around, keeping it unattackable, keeping all four players from being able to Ernie any of those dinks, and still like being able to move each other around. That was actually a really impressive, simple pickleball point. Yeah. So
and I say simple, but it's not simple because, again, it's like it's really hard because all of these players are so athletic. They're now adding more Ernies, you know, all these shots that the fact that we had that point and they were able to successfully keep it from, nice point from Orlando Squeeze. And they are pumped. They are excited.
So, Jesse, what do you do when you're playing someone who just is dinking forever? They're willing to sit there at the line and be super, super patient, similar to yourself.
Yes.
You know, what's the game style there to kind of counteract that?
I think what you'll see is that you do start seeing players moving the dinks around more, trying to get people off balance.
Yeah.
Or you start seeing more lobs now to get them off the kitchen line. So I think there's definitely a lot more creative ways to counteract someone who is a really good dinker. Nice misdirect from Federico, going behind JW on that forehand. But yeah, as players get better and more athletic, it does make it harder just to kind of game.
Yeah.
Because if you don't have the soft dinking game, then it's very hard to fall back on that because you're not comfortable.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, you're going to do what you're comfortable with. So if you have a more complete all-round game, then you have the options to make adjustments. All right, we're back.
Very well said.
Oh, and Augie was ready for that speed up from Federico. Giving Dallas Flash 18-20 against Orlando Squeeze.
So agile, Federico. Did a little limbo there.
Yeah. Good job of letting that one go.
Look at that. For those who say pickleball players aren't athletes.
Nice little Ernie there from Augie.
Augie's really taking over that corner of the court. He's been earning a lot today. I like that addition to his game. Completely removes a part of the kitchen.
Yeah, Augie leaving that dink up a little bit higher. I felt a little bit of a breeze come through just now, so I wonder if that might have affected his shot selection. But good speed up from Federico. Nice point there from Tyson McGuffin, Federico. Statstrud. We are now at 23-19, so we're getting down to the end of this men's doubles. I always say in rally scoring, this is where you want to play smart pickleball. You don't want to make loose errors.
Yeah.
Because with rally scoring, every point counts.
That freeze.
Yeah, we got the freeze. They got to win on their serve.
The freaky freeze.
Oh, and that sails long. Yeah, there's a little bit more of a breeze coming through now.
Yeah.
A little bit of wind, so that might have affected JW's shot.
Can even hear it a little bit on the stream, probably. That is unlucky there for Tyson.
Yeah, but the Dallas Flash have saved 1 game point. All right, 20-24.
Wow, Augie almost carried that ball into the court there. I think a little wide. See here on the replay.
Yeah, just
my
a
goodness.
little bit. Augie leaving that dink a little high. Gives Orlando Squeeze game number 2 at.
Yeah, and let's say this one doesn't go your way. Well, then you got Fed and Vivian, a very, very strong team going out against Flashes. I think number 2 team.
Tyra Black and Augie Guh.
Yeah. Augie Guh. I told him, I said, Augie, tell people your last name is G. He said it's way, way more intense.
A misreturn from Tyson McGuffin. Yeah.
He agreed.
At the last event that I commentated at Bear City, by accident, I did say Augie Gee.
I said, you're the G, man.
Nice 1-2 there from Dallas Flash.
I think that's going to be an interesting portion of this match. How well is Paris going to defend the flicks or speed ups of J-Dub?
Oh, that's a nice drive. It was really dipping. He didn't hit it hard. It's something I noticed yesterday when I was commentating. A lot of teams were hitting a 60% pace drive, and it was dipping more than hitting it at 80 or 90% pace.
Pete Todd in Salt Lake City was the only player who was not an alternate in their last match. I was one of the alternates. And my goodness, did this girl lead that team.
Oh, that is what we call a Burt, ladies and gentlemen, from Tyson McGuffin. So we have the Ernie, which is when you jump from your own side. And then a Burt is when you come over and jump across your partner's side. All right. We've got Orlando Squeeze going on a little bit of a run here, trying to close the gap. Paris Todd now serving at 4-5. Georgia Johnson pumping up her team, getting fired up. Nice reach in there from J.W. Johnson. And Georgia Johnson is fired up. She's fired up for both of them. Because JW is not going to show a lot of emotion, but Georgia will for both of them.
This girl's electric out there. Such a sweet girl, so nice, and really shows a lot of energy on the court.
Ooh. We heard Tyson there say yeah, as if it was a good shot, and then no, because it landed out.
Mm-hmm.
But
was it like a yeah, no? Or was it like a
it was
yeah,
like, yeah,
oh, no?
No. It was like a, yeah, that was a good shot. You fooled me. But then it was like, oh, no, actually it was out.
Ah.
Never mind.
Jesse, a.k.a. the translator.
There's another yeah.
Yeah. That was a yeah.
It was good defense from Orlando, but the unfortunate net cord winner for J.W. Johnson.
Mm-hmm. There we had the no.
Yeah.
There's the no.
A little bit of looked like J.W. was looking to poach, couldn't quite get there. Threw Georgia off on that reset.
Georgia Johnson, and back
Leaning
to the
in there.
Yeah, and back to Georgia's energy on the court. From someone who, spends time at these tournaments, that whole family, just such great people. Starting with Julie, the mom, just couldn't be nicer people, and obviously great pickleball players.
Oh, and we've got an Ernie from Georgia Johnson. She is on fire right now. She is feeling it.
Julie throws the hands up.
She knows how important this game is.
Yeah.
Because nice 1-2 there from JW.
Yeah, this dude is he's pretty strong with his forearm there. I mean, just
his nickname is the Flick Wizard.
Flick Wizard, yeah. That was his Snapchat handle.
Yes.
If you guys want to add him.
Oh, good point there. Much needed point for Orlando Squeeze. They don't want this point gap to get too big. Score is now 7-12.
Wow, Paris.
Nice pull.
Yeah, very nice
pull.
pull.
It caught JW off guard a little bit.
Something you have to do, though, to keep JW out of that middle, right?
Yes.
You keep him honest down the line because you don't want his forehand in the middle.
Exactly.
If I'm Paris, I'm going cross-body the next speed up because JW is going to be sitting on that one.
Nice. That was a nice little backhand counter to pull their guy partner into the middle and then go behind the guy. You have to find that balance. And there you go. That was a really, really good point there from Orlando Squeeze. They're a little bit more patient, working the dinks a little bit more, moving the ball around.
And Jesse, do you think Tyson needs to be aggressive here or just consistent? Or how do you think he needs to structure his game to obviously take over a very, very strong team here?
I think right now he could be more aggressive, but I also think Paris is doing a really good job of, hanging in there with the dinks. So I think he needs to let her set it up and then pick his moments.
Yeah.
An ATP there from Georgia Johnson. Nice put away power from Tyson McGuffin on that overhead. Orlando Squeeze now serving at 10-15 against Dallas Flash. the fast hands of J.W. Johnson. It's so short and simple. Like he really, they call him the flick wizard because we got a timeout from Orlando Squeeze at 17-10, but they call him the flick wizard because his wrists are so strong that he doesn't actually need to take a swing at all.
Yeah.
Which is why he has such fast hands. He just keeps his hands out in front. He just uses his wrists to control the point and to control the shot. I think a lot of us players would love to have that in our, in our
gosh.
game. I would love to just be able to just not have to use my arms to swing and just be able to get all the power from my wrist and just keep my hands out in front.
I've asked him, I said, how did you get your hands so fast? He told me wall drills.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he said wall drills. I don't know if he was being completely serious because you never know with JW.
You never know with JW.
On his face, know. But yeah, man, this guy is something else. He's so comfortable and kind of nonchalant out there, and smooth.
Yeah, one of the first things I noticed when he first started playing, that I thought was an amazing, just kind of subtle skill to have, was that he keeps his head still. Which leads to having really good balance. Like if your head is staying still as you're moving around, it means you have really good balance, and I think that helps him a lot.
That's a great point there, Jesse. Need to do more of that. Tyson taking over. I like it. I think that's a little bit of what needs to happen, especially in that middle. Just giving the Flash less room to dink.
Oh, a little awkward point there. I think a lot of players were kind of caught in some weird spots.
Tyson not happy there.
All right, another point on the board for Orlando Squeeze, looking to close this gap. Nice reach in there from Georgia Johnson.
I like that original speed up from Paris down the line to J-Dub's wing where he doesn't have as much power.
Right.
Keeping him honest.
Oh, the unfortunate net gives JW the advantage on that forehand. With now the Dulce Flash leading 19 or 20? 20 to 12. Nice little speed up there from Tyson McGuffin, catching the chicken wing or the right side body of Georgia Johnson. She was sitting backhand volley, which a lot of us players do when we think we're going to get attacked. We sit backhand volley, and he was able to get it over to the right side, catching her a little.
Rare miss there, J.W. Johnson. I like him coming over to the middle because that's where he creates pressure.
It was a good dink because it was moving towards Georgia's left foot. So it was actually moving away from J.W. So I would say, playing against the Georgia J.W. team, if you can find that spot, it is a good spot. It's just tough to find because you have to avoid J.W.'s forehand as well. hands battle goes to Orlando Squeeze. That was a great point for them.
Tyson fired up.
Nice. Good hands battle.
What would you call that? That signature kind of flex he does after winning the point. Adam Stone had a good name for it the other day. And Jesse, you made a great point earlier about when you speed up, going for placement.
Yes.
And maybe control rather than power and speed. Good example there from JW.
Yes. Yes, and I would say, players especially that have confidence in their hands know they don't have to try to end the point off of the first speed up.
Yeah. Maybe a challenge here. Tyson, not quite sure. Love to see a replay on that one. Get that
Is there a challenge, though, or are they just kind of having a timeout?
I mean, there's got to be, depending on. Yeah, definitely out.
It was definitely out, yes. It was the shot he wanted. He just pulled it a little too far wide.
It was a weird little break we had there.
It's hot,
Yeah.
A little hydration break.
Yeah.
Got to stay hydrated.
You're right. I see both bottles in the corner where the towel is.
Yeah. Again, nice little pull there from Tyson McGuffin, finding that right side body of Georgia.
Really love the fight of Orlando Squeeze. Tyson and Paris especially. I mean, these guys grind. They want this match. Just sick hands from JW.
Yeah.
Georgia letting out the come on for him.
Yeah, that was such a good backhand volley, especially from where he caught it. It was high, almost by his upper shoulder, and he still had the strength to get down on it with power. All right. And it looks like Orlando Squeeze is calling that ATP out. Dallas Flash.
So I also want to mention, if the referee cannot see the ball clearly on the review, he has to go with the ball or the call that stands.
Yes.
I think that's what happened there.
Nice little one-hand backhand there from Paris Todd, giving Orlando Squeeze another point here.
All right, Jesse, Paris did the same thing there, that little kind of flex. What is that? Let's get a name for that thing.
We got to figure out a name. I'll think of something.
Is it the flex?
We could call it that.
Like the strain, maybe?
All right, we have a game point here for Dallas Flash. One game point saved.
The freeze, one of the scariest things about MLP. Oh,
the unfortunate net cord going right over Tyson McGuffin's head. giving Dallas Flash game point number 2.
Jesse, you're playing right now. Where are you returning?
Middle.
Wow.
Oh! And they've saved another game point. What a good point from Orlando Squeeze, hanging in there.
Georgia wants that one back.
Yes, she got what she wanted. Tyson wants that one back.
Yeah, you can't.
He has one of the best drives in the game.
One. Mm-hmm.
Can't miss drives at 22-24.
Oh my goodness, was it in?
There's no call from either player or their team, so we have to assume that the ball.
Tyson did not want it to
right
be that
off
close,
the line.
that's
Yes.
for sure. Georgia Johnson.
Georgia is pumped and excited for this game point. I think this is either game point number 3 or 4 for them. To win the game, JW comes up with a scorpion and then a forehand finish.
All right, maybe I'm wrong.
It's only the first point. It's only the first point. We're playing to 25.
First point, you know.
We got a long way to go.
First point's everything. Wow, Vivian, David.
Nice put away power from Vivian there, splitting the middle.
Vivian David, so strong.
Miss return from Tyra Black. Good leave there from Tyra, letting that one go wide. Tyra Black coming in with full force. Oh, Good hands battle there for Orlando Squeeze, tying this game up.
Crazy stuff there.
Nice counter there from Federico. Vivian with the cross-court forehand attack, finding Augie's elbow, looks like. Giving Orlando Squeeze a 6-4 lead against Dallas Flash.
Oh, does Tyra know that was out? She turned around and, oh yeah, she does.
Yes,
she does.
She
okay.
knows.
She was okay with it. There was no reaction though. No, maybe
Nice
that's the
speed up.
reaction.
Yes. Nice speed up there from Tyra Black.
Fed very unhappy with that missed dink. I know him and Johnny Goldberg at home just drill backhand dinks for hours.
Good patience there from Dallas Flash. Yeah, you know, with Augie being a lefty, in this mixed doubles game, we have a slightly different formation. Usually you'll see the male players on the left, female players on the right.
Yeah.
And because Augie is a lefty, we now have the women in front of each other and the men in front of each other, which does kind of change the strategy a little bit.
Yeah, 100%. I think one play that works really well with this kind of choreograph is the two-handed backhand roll, especially if you're Federico right now.
Right.
It just pushes the girl so far off the court.
Unfortunate net cord, giving Orlando Squeeze the point. All right, so unfortunately, we now have to turn it over to PBTV. We will still try and record this for you guys and post it later so you guys can see the end of this match. But we will be cutting away. So don't panic if it goes black. They're just turning it over to PBTV. But we will still be commentating this match so you guys can listen to it later on.
Yeah, the Augie the Augie G fans are going to be a little upset. Ladies back at home, but you guys will see it later on YouTube,
yes,
am I correct?
Yes,
okay.
Yeah, so we're still going.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, when I look at, you know, when the girls are kind of in front of each other instead of cross court, what ends up happening is I think the aggressive guys have to change their strategy a little bit because now the girl's not in front of them. So a lot of the times they set up combos looking to attack the girl that's in front of them because it's a shorter distance. But now the girl is cross court, so they have to pick their moments a little bit more wisely when it comes to attacking. So it does change the dynamic just slightly. Ooh. That attack going a little long from Tyra Black. Looks like she mishit it. Augie Guh and Tyra Black for Dallas Flash. A much needed point for Dallas. They don't want this point gap to get too big. Nice speed up from Federico. Down the line of Tyra. Yeah, that high forehand from Tyra, you know, her win rate percentage of that is very high.
Yeah, she reaches in so well.
She snaps it down.
And I think it's a complete athleticism thing.
Yes.
She's so strong, and it makes her comfortable reaching in, and it's a hand-eye coordination thing as well because you're far away from your body.
Yes. Nice point there for Dallas Flash. With Augie putting that forehand away. One of the benefits of having the lefty forehand in the middle. Good slide there from Vivian. Reading the play, using her forehand to get behind Augie. Oh. Tyra going for a mini Ernie with the unfortunate net cord giving Vivian the easy put away forehand volley, which now gives Orlando Squeeze a 17-13 lead. Nice little hands battle there from Dallas Flash.
Look at George under the umbrella there. It's very, very hot here in Kansas City, so all the players and the folks watching trying to get as much shade as possible.
Oh, nice combo there from Augie.
Augie
little
G,
flick
baby.
Forehand and then a put away backhand volley.
It's getting close.
And they need to keep it close.
Yeah.
You know, as we get to the end of these rally scoring games, you don't want there to be too big of a gap. So you want to keep it as close as you can. Play high percentage pickleball. Still go for your shots, but don't make loose errors because every point counts.
Oh, no, Augie. Jesse, any strategy you would implement as a Dallas Flash coach right now or an Orlando Squeeze coach?
I would say, and this is for me personally, the best strategy is to have one before the point starts.
Yeah. So
right?
so communication with your partner.
Yes, and just have a game plan.
For sure.
Where are we what kind of thirds are we hitting? Where are we hitting the return? And Tyra's down. But looks like she's okay. But yes, I would say sometimes the best strategy is just having one. You know, just giving yourself something to focus on so that it's one less thing to think about. Nice point there for Orlando. Just makes it easier as the player.
For sure, for sure.
Nice backhand angle there from Tyra Black, giving her team another point. Dallas Flash hoping to take this to a dream breaker.
I don't know if I love that drive play there through the middle for Augie, just because Federico, you know, very, very strong volleys, you know, pop your paddle. I think I like the roll cross court for him.
Yeah.
Wow, it's very beautiful. And it goes into what you were just saying, too, communication, right? So Tyra might not know that Augie's driving.
Right.
She's running in, and then all of a sudden she gets stuffed with the volley. So you're totally on track with that. I think you're right. Communication is key. Oh, my goodness. The sneaky.
It was a nice little deceptive speed up from Augie.
Sneaky G.
And what made that so deceptive is that there wasn't much of a swing. He had his paddle down, and it looked like a dink, and then at the last second, he flicked his wrist, and it was very deceptive.
Wow, 20-22.
We're getting down to the end. Nice hands there from Dallas Flash. They are motivated to keep this going.
Federico fired up.
Yep.
Just not the speed up there from Tyra, not the right play.
Vivian was on that two-hand
right
backhand
there.
counter, giving her team a game point here at 24-21. And they do it. There you have it. Orlando Squeeze winning the match 3-1 against Dallas Flash, taking that last mixed doubles game 25-21. All right.
Really fun match there.
Yeah.
And like we said at the start, Orlando, I think a pretty